This is KBLP, and you're listening to The Jam with IKE and Lisa Trujillo.
You're listening to The Jam with Ike Dog.
You're listening to IKE, Lisa Trujillo on The Jam on KBLP every Saturday night. It goes down, but you can also listen to us any time of the week because we are available 24/7. What's going on, Lisa Trujillo?
Not much. Just enjoying my Saturday.
I was practicing in my van, I was in the work van driving, and I was practicing. You're live on KBLP with Lisa Trujillo and IKE. It was funny. No, I started laughing at myself. I'm like, because I say the same thing every week. If you notice, when we get started. So it was pretty funny. Shout out to D. Marie Love, Desiree Pickett, and she's in our chat tonight. It's pretty awesome to see our sister in there. We haven't talked to her in a while. And then also, I know our chat hosts, Chris and Denise, should be by a little bit later to hang out with us. So it's going to be a pretty good podcast tonight. I'm really excited. You kind of missed both of us last week because my internet, my computer went down, so I was only on for a little while.
Yeah, and I was out. That thing just really just put me out completely. I was I had that from Thursday all the way till Sunday. So what are we going to play next?
Is that over there?
What?
I can hear something. I was hearing something. I was like, is that over there?
No, what are you hearing?
That's the way, I like it. That's the way, I like it. I got some Eagles coming up. I got some Casey and the Sunshine Band. Hey, I didn't know Casey and the Sunshine Band. They're the ones that sang. I thought that was the Gap Band. I think the Gap Band does it too, though. I think they do that song too.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna have to check into that because I honestly think that the Gap Band does that.
Don't think so.
So it's been a pretty wild week over here. I'm still doing a lot of research because we're trying to get the conspiracy podcast off the ground. So I know Lisa's been doing a lot of research, and she lives in conspiracy country. And the research, what I was looking up wasn't even close to what I'm gonna do the show on because it took me away from the what I was thinking about doing because I was gonna do one thing. And all of a sudden, it all changed to something that Lisa put in my head. Now I have to do that. It's messed up. And you know what I'm talking about? Because every week you say, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. But it's pretty crazy.
I know it's does. You know what? You brought up part of that the first time you and me talked about it. We were talking about the Kennedy thing.
Yeah.
And that's I kind of strayed off that way too. I wasn't sure which I was going to research on, but landed on my story anyway.
Okay, so I know that we're gonna have listeners, all week, and people are gonna listen to the show. So that I don't throw you off, I'll give you a hypothetical on what we're talking about here. Okay, so I decided I'm going to do a conspiracy podcast on a flat earth. Okay, but I'm not the only flat earther out there. Shaquille O'Neal is. Irving from the... everybody who knows who Shaquille O'Neal is, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, he believes the earth is flat. There's a superstar right now playing with LeBron James who just 2 days ago came out and said the earth was flat. There's a physicist. Golly, I don't know his name right now, but I will present it to you guys. He says that the earth is not exactly round, but it's not exactly flat. So it's kind of in between, which is kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a physicist that works for NASA that is actually saying this. And then...
Okay, don't forget that NASA also said we went to the moon.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where it leads back to. That's how Lisa got me into this. We've never been out of... And NASA says that we have never been out of our... we have never crossed the Orion Belt because it's too full of radiation, debris. We haven't made a machine, astronaut vehicle that could take us across the Orion Belt because it's full of radiation. So it's pretty scary.
If we can't do it now, where would we have gotten the technology to do that in the 60s?
In 1969 and 1972.
Please.
And
we did not go nowhere. Somebody built that in the backyard, and nobody was going to be around to dispute it. Why? Because nobody had ever been before. So you could have made it look like anything.
So there's where, I was leaning towards the Kennedy thing, which is big. The Kennedy thing is major. But then this whole thing about the flat earth thing came up. So I became a flat earther in the last 2 months. That's how much research I've done. So,
yeah. So now you believe that the world is flat too?
I know you always talk stuff and say, what is somebody going to do, walk off the earth?
Well, somebody would have. That's my point.
People have, the only way to get to the edge of the earth is in a boat. And how many boat disappearances are there in the world? Come on, think about it.
Yeah, but that's because of the Bermuda Triangle.
We're even going away from the Bermuda Triangle. How many boat disappearances are there? So there's a lot to it. I have a lot of research now. I have probably in the last 2 months, I probably have about 400 hours of research that I could present to the world. That's how much I've done this, research this, The good thing about technology now is you could plug your headphones in and you can plug it into your phone and you can do audio. So that's how I got all this research,
Yeah.
That's
going to be an interesting show.
Technology. So coming up here, hopefully we have a surprise for you, a surprise guest. There goes Marcos. Hey, Marcos, I haven't seen you for a while. I just looked at the chat right now.
Yeah.
I seen he was on your show the other morning. I said hi. I think I said hi the other morning.
Yeah, he was on the other morning. He's pretty good about that. He's always listening in somewhere.
Yeah, I always get there, but I get there at lunchtime at 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But I get there, Lisa.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta work with the effort. So that's what the Conspiracy Podcast is about, guys. So a lot of people out there, if you're just tuning in, we do have conspiracy shows. I know Lisa's doing one on, if you want me to say, on the alien conspiracy in Roswell. She lives in Roswell, so. Yeah, I know Marcos probably has a lot to say about that too. So, Marcos, make sure you push the like button for us, please.
I just figured that me living here would, that was going to put me ahead of the game because I had to have known not everything, but a lot of things. But there's so much that I'm finding out now, just different things that I was not aware of, and it's just interesting. And like you, I strayed off here and there, because one thing always leads to something else. So.
I actually study this every day a couple hours now.
Wow.
Because when I do this podcast, I want to be really, because, what's that? I don't want to, everybody's going to be skeptical about things, right?
Right.
So, I'm not officially a physicist. Could I talk tonight? I am a mathematician. I don't know if people out there know that about me. I am a mathematician, which leads into becoming a physicist. But I do, like all of us, we all, basically, if we're exploring this, we're theorists, correct?
Yeah. Yes, I believe that.
Because if, like I said, if you take the ether out of the equation, the calculus equation, or any kind of equation, and Albert Einstein's theory of gravity and relativity is just a theory, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to bore anybody anymore. So I hope the listeners know what we're talking about. So I just wanted to present that to you. And we'll bring it up more. I'm just ready to do this conspiracy show since I have so much stuff I want to talk about, and I want to do it. Well, make sure you check out all the shows. We're going to be announcing all the shows here pretty soon. We're going to be back on. We'll announce all the shows, and hopefully I have a guest. I just texted them right now to see if they're available to come on tonight to say hello to everybody. So it'll be pretty cool to have a guest with us to say hello. Hello, how are you? I didn't even post it in the group yet. I don't know what the deal is because I guess some of the groups they can't pull it up.
They did what?
They can't pull it.
Oh, yeah. Somebody told me that the other day, too, that they can't get on.
Yeah, it says that it's blocked or something, so I got to figure out what's going on with that, because we don't want to lose no listeners, because we love all our listeners. I think we chatted a lot. We better get back into... Oh, okay. Yes, we are gonna have a guest on the air here in a minute, so... Let's get into some music, and we will be back. The IKE, Lisa Trujillo, KBLP. Every Saturday, you can check us out. Make sure it goes down. It's the party, the Saturday night party. We'll be back. We'll be back, Mom in a black Cadillac.
This is KBLP, and you're listening to The Jam with IKE and Lisa Trujillo.